Welcome to this one-on-one series. My name is SUNSfan, and if you guys haven't watched this before, basically I interview somebody from the community that everybody wants to talk to. And if you prefer MP3 version, there is an MP3. Just look in the description of the video. Today I am joined with the one, the only, the very bald, the very beautiful Pyrion Flax. How's it going, buddy?
Great, thank you. Fantastic intro, by the way. I can tell
Thank
you
you.
worked on
Yes, I practiced it all night. So let's get started because I know you're on a time crunch because Miss Flax is all over your ball sack and all that
it.
good
Know
stuff.
it,
No?
know it. Yeah, you know it.
Oh,
Let's
good.
roll.
All
Question
right,
one.
so question one, which we always begin with, is who the hell are you, good sir?
Pyrion Flax, I guess, is I make YouTube videos. I make videos where well, that's it really. I cast some games. I play on people's streams, and I did Pub Stomp recently in London, which was good for TI3 qualifiers, and that's it. That's me.
So you're basically an internet celebrity.
No, I don't know. Like some people use that word like celebrity, but I don't. I think it's a weird word. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't say internet. Like Dota 2, maybe, but anything else, it's like
All right, I'm gonna throw out a term that's gonna make you like dry heave. Okay,
okay,
this is what I heard from somebody. Uh,
okay.
E-lebrity.
Oh,
What do you think about that?
let me just.
It's just like it makes you feel dirty, doesn't it? It's
Yeah,
awful.
it's yeah, it's
Okay,
yeah, it's not good.
so we'll get into a few things, but this is the serious question segment for those that haven't watched this before. There's going to be
Okay,
three segments. So the first question, other than the one that I just asked, which wasn't a serious question apparently,
okay, okay.
uh, from the videos that you've made, because you make, well, why don't you talk about your videos a little bit for people that aren't familiar with you?
Like I make them entirely for myself. Like I make videos when I'm interested in something and when I'm sort of find something funny or I want to make a video. So I don't have a schedule, I don't have a timetable, and I don't do a video a day or even a video a week really. Like I don't have any kind of schedule. Like if I think, oh, that would make a good video, or fuck it, I think that's funny, then I'll. Am I allowed to swear, by the way?
Absolutely. It's
Cool. Then
encouraged.
because I won't be able to stop myself. But basically, so if I'm like, for instance, Alan Wake, the Alan Wake playthrough that I've done, I'm working on part seven, as in, like, I'll explain that in a second. But basically, I've been playing through the game Alan Wake. There's no reason to do a playthrough of Alan Wake. It's an old game. It's not even a good game. But I started playing it and I thought, I'll just see how it goes. Like, I played the first couple of minutes. I was like, this is so bad. So I thought, well, I'll just start doing a playthrough. Like, nobody asked me to do that. There's no reason for me to do that. So I just do them because they entertain me, and that's it. Like I just love like making videos about games I hate or love. So yeah, that's it.
So you say you don't like a schedule, but when you were with us or when you were posting videos on our channel, that must have
Yeah,
been a real experience for you. That to do
yeah.
is
I
like every
mean,
2 week
yeah,
schedule.
that was it. It was like, well, it started off. Can you do once a week? I was like, yeah, 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 because I was really enthusiastic, and then I realized, actually, like I can't do this because like my time schedule in terms of my kids and stuff is really terrible. Now that I've got two, it's even harder. Like even when one is at school and one of them is having a nap, that's like maybe 2 hours that I could record stuff, and then it's like the evening. But it's like such a tiny schedule, and like in the evening, I know I will have had a couple of drinks in the evening. So it's like,
Of
okay,
course.
I can record in the evening when I've had a couple of drinks, or I can record during the daytime and have like 2 hours tops, and I can hear my neighbor next door and people are walking around in the streets. So if I'm shouting about stuff, it's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, so yeah, the amount of time I have to record videos is really small. And I know I did, the videos I did for you guys, I was quite pleased with. Like I liked them, but I just couldn't maintain. I couldn't maintain. It was bad.
People that watch your videos, I can imagine them being shocked that you have kids, to be honest. Just by the
Yeah,
way you
it's
talk, like
like a lot of
especially
people.
considering that they're in the house at the time of your recording, most
Yeah,
likely.
I know, but I mean, either they're not or they're asleep. Like they're
Okay.
like two floors up, so it's like
Oh.
we have a London house, which is like kind of a narrow thing.
Mm.
So you can't you don't think of it as like I'm waking the kids up making a noise or they're right here. They're always well out of the room. So yeah, but generally speaking, people are like, wow, I can't believe P-Flax has kids, but yeah, I do. I have two kids. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? All right. So as far as your videos are concerned, what's your favorite one that you've made, if you can think of one off the top of your head?
Um, the Dota 2 ones, in terms of the one that I was the happiest with.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like it's weird, but so there are some of them that I put out that once I put them out, I watch them again and I think that could have been better, but maybe I don't
That's
know. So I
because
was
you're
kind
a
of
perfectionist.
no, I wouldn't. No, yeah, yeah, that's not true. Like I think the Faceless Void vid I think I was really happy with. The PL vid I was really happy with, and then I really like the Skeleton King vid from way back.
The
Like
original,
the
absolutely.
original Dota 2 vid I did, the very first one.
Mm.
I think that's decent. I mean, it's okay. Like the audio quality is horrible, and I'm kind of a bit hesitant, I guess. But it's weird because some of them I'm really happy with, and some of them I'm kind of did. And like some people are like, have you done a video for so and so hero? Like I'm like. Let me get checked. And I look in my direction. I'm like, oh shit, I did a bounty hunter vid. Like I'd forgotten about that
It's
one.
the
But
drinking, man. Come on.
it's not just that. Like it's literally, like I've done quite a few, and like that. I mean, for instance, the videos that I've done that aren't Dota 2, like I did a video for the game Let's Play, and wait, not Let's Play, Papers, Please, and I loved that. That game was so funny. I really enjoyed making that vid, and like I did an hour-long vid, and it was the whole beta was just in an hour, and it was just so much fun. Surgeon Simulator, that was fun as well. Yeah, any of the vids where I had fun playing the game, like it's hard to find a game that's fun to record. Like a lot of the time, you record the video and you're like, oh, this game is kind of a drag, and then I bin it. But I mean, the ones that are funny, it's easy to do
Did
because
you just say I bin it?
bin it, yeah, bin
Like
it,
put it in the bin?
Yeah, it's in the bin.
That
Bin
is
it.
hilarious. I love these British little phrases.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
bin
lie.
it. Yeah, bin it. Yeah,
You should remake your Skeleton King guy now that his skill is expanded.
no, like
Record
this
the
is
whole
the
thing
thing. It's
again.
like when they hear it, like I was like, I would never play Faceless Void, and now I play Faceless Void all the time. Like I've got quite a few games as Faceless Void, and he's lots of fun. I hardly play Skeleton King at all, but yeah, like his now he like for instance in the original videos, Skeleton King you just press Q. Now
Yeah.
you're gonna press E like on my keyboard. You gotta press E.
It's too
And I was
much.
trying it. It's a sick skill though. Mortal Strike is fucking sweet, dude.
Yeah.
You played him,
Yeah, I played him last night. Destroyed for once.
dude. He owns with that
Yeah,
E.
it's really good. It's really good. Okay, we'll probably get into that a little later about the
Okay.
patch, maybe. As far as stuff that you've been doing recently, you talked about pub stomps and EMS1, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Talk about those experiences. Since we're on the
Okay.
serious question segment, I don't know why we're like just
That's
you
cool.
know.
We can breeze through this. The EMS one, James Harding. I think they asked him, as in there's a company that makes the events, and they called him up and they said, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And he was like, "No, I'm too busy." And they said, "Who do you recommend?" He said, "Well, Pyrion Flax might be able to do it," which was really good of him. And I was like, "I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it." And they were like, "Yeah, and we'll pay you." I was like, "What?" So I went out there and they paid my flight and my accommodation. I was like, "This is incredible!" Like
It's
I met
awesome.
a ton of pro players. I talked to people and did interviews and stuff, and it was great. It was great fun. Saw my first live like high level LAN event and Rock's Kiss against Navi in the finals. So it was proper dotes and it was good, really really good. Um, I met Toby, met Kawa, who I'd spoken to online, but I'd never met him. Um, yeah, who else did I meet? Like on the Monday morning when we went back to the airport, my flight wasn't until like 9:30, but I had to get a 5 a.m. bus from the hotel to the airport,
Mm.
thanks to Larry, who's the German guy who organized my flights. Fuck you, Larry. And 5 a.m. I'm on the bus, and there's Navi celebrating their win. And like Havost and a couple of other guys hadn't been to sleep. They'd been like drinking all night, and they were like, so it was me, stone cold sober, exhausted on the bus with those guys. So it was great. Like I talked to Dendy, I talked to Kuroki and stuff, and I talked to Puppy as well. And they're fun. They're funny guys. They're really cool guys. So yeah, it was a real fanboy moment for me. And what was the other part?
Well, just pub stomps, I guess.
Oh, the pubs. Oh man, the pubs was fucking off the hook.
Mhm.
Like for the Gashiris were like, we need you to do. We're doing the Western qualifiers. We're doing the finals. We need you to do a pub stomp, which is like you basically get a pub and you fill it with Dota fans and you watch the game on a big screen. So they said, you do a pub stomp and we'll call you on Skype. I was like, sweet. So I looked around a little bit, asked a couple of people, what do you recommend? And they said the same place the same pub that does StarCraft 2 events in London, Barcraft they're called. And I said, cool. So I called him up and he said, yeah, come on down, have a look at the place. Went and looked at the place. I was like, shit, this is like a nice pub. Like they had a massive 10-foot screen and everything. It was like a really nice pub. And I thought they'd stick us in the basement or something. I'm like, no, we'll give you the front of the pub. The whole front of the pub will be
Awesome.
yours. Shit. So yeah, we turned up. I did badges. I did like hand drawn badges for everybody that turned up on these little bits of card. Well, I thought I'd done them for everybody that turned up. I did 50 badges, and they were gone in like an hour and a half. And then we had like over 100 people easy over the course of the evening. It was crazy. It was like people all down the sides of the bar. You know, it was ridiculous. So we had a crazy level of attendance, and it was great. We got what, 4 games out of it, I think it was. It was the Mouse against DD, and yeah, it was really, really, really exciting.
Can Dota fans hold their liquor?
I'm not kidding. There's an article on PC Gamer N. If you look for it, we gave that pub one of their best Sunday takes ever. So yes, I'm going to say yes.
That's good.
I put a shitload of money behind the bar, and the barman was like, "Yeah, we can't wait to get you guys back." So yeah, it's gone well.
Awesome. As far as you personally, as far as the work that you're doing on YouTube or any other thing, any like upcoming projects on the horizon for yourself?
I mean, just more vids. I want to make more vids. Obviously, the announcer pack has done unbelievably well, so I'm gonna get a new computer out of that so that I can record more stuff. At the moment, when it comes to recording stuff, the quality's shit.
That's a good thing, though, isn't it? That's the whole.
What?
That's one of the draws towards you. Is your quality is the audio is just awful.
Yeah,
sometimes.
but I mean, no, like literally, like if I wanted to do a video of me playing Counter-Strike, my machine cannot handle Counter-Strike and recording at the same time. So
we should play some Counter-Strike. That would be awesome.
I see you in game quite often.
Yes.
Don't extend me an invite. So
I play with some pretty terrible people, so you'd fit
you play
right
with
in.
Reeves. I saw you play with Reeves.
Exactly.
I was like, yeah. So
Exactly.
come on. Seriously, yeah. Invite me next time. I mean, the only
do.
problem is I'm normally playing at 10, and you're playing at like.
The other problem is
2.
it's like we have to play on the god awful servers because you're freaking from UK.
I can play US East. No, I don't have to play.
Well, that's the problem. You can't pick where to play. Like it just picks it for you. So it probably picks East though.
Yeah, that's true. I played with someone in New Zealand and a couple of people from Australia and West Coast. We just get on with it. You know, if we lose a game, we lose a game. It's all just good fun.
Absolutely, until you rage because people are terrible.
I know I am terrible, so I never rage. But yeah, sometimes I'm at the top, but that's for like round 1.
I'm a Counter-Strike elitist, so.
Are you really? Are you good?
Well, I played for 10 years. I hope I'm good.
Shit, dude,
Yeah.
I played for 10 years. I suck. What's up with that?
You played Counter-Strike for 10 years?
Wait, I never played 1.6. I played since CS Source came out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's.
So
I was gonna say
however long
that's respectable, but people are gonna rage at me if I say that, so it's not respectable, unfortunately.
totally unrespectable. But I played a first-person shooter that came out probably before most of you were born. Wolfenstein 3D.
Oh, I played. Oh God, I'm old too. I hate you. For
How old are
reminding
you?
me. 27.
Oh shit, dude, I'm 37. I mean, I was playing that shit.
Well-
What, you were like 2 or 3 years old?
You know me, bro. I love those violent games as a little kid in my diaper.
Playing Wolfenstein 3D? No
Well,
way.
if you're gonna like date yourself, you shouldn't say Wolfenstein 3D because I played that crap. You should say like Pong or something. I wasn't around for Pong.
No, dude, I was too young for Pong. Like my dad played Pong. There's a middle ground. There's a middle ground. Like when it comes to the first person shooter I ever played was Wolfenstein 3D. And let me see. I'm gonna fucking.
Isn't that
Google
the
this shit.
first person shooter ever though?
No, there was one before it.
Really?
Yeah. Wolfenstein. Oh shit. Wolfenstein 3D. There was one out. It was called like. Oh, fucking hell. What was it called? Wolfenstein 3D. Blah blah blah. Each episode. Blah blah blah. Development. John Carmack's achievements with Catacomb 3D.
God, I heard that guy is such a douche too.
Is he really?
Yeah, I hear he's a genius, but a douche.
Mm. Well, most geniuses are douches.
That's
I mean.
true. That's what they say about me. Anyway, as far as the TI 2 qualifiers, which you said you watched some of the
TI3
Western
qualifiers,
or,
yeah.
Yeah, TI3. Sorry. Well, we can talk about TI2 if you want.
It's
but,
cool. Yeah, TI3. Yeah.
What did you think of like the outcome, like for both West and East? Did anything surprise you?
The East qualifiers, unfortunately, were at the wrong time of day for me. Like they were kind of in the morning. I mean, I'm not even. Was it LGD beat Rattlesnake in the final? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
there's a VOD section on our website that you can
I know
watch,
there is. I know there is. But my problem is when I'm not playing in the morning, I'm recording stuff or playing in the evening. So yeah, I sort of watching Dotes. There are some hours during the weekend I play. I watch it or I cast or something. But yeah, during the week it's just in the few hours I get I play. But In terms of the Western qualifiers, I mean, I thought DD were awesome, and then Mouse, like their drafting. I know that Sind came in and did all the drafting for them. Like not all the drafting, but he was a big influence, I think. And he just knows that game, and he knows how to draft. And I think he had it. Like I saw them at the EMS thing. Going back to that, I saw them at that, and Mouse were good. They took a game off Navi, I think, which they were the only team to take a team off one of the other teams. It was like all the games were 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, apart from theirs, and then Rock's Kiss in the final. And I just think the Mouse were stronger than people expected. I was delighted. I'm a Mouse fan. I have a Mouse Sports pennant from TI2. And at EMS, like I chatted to Black, and he was such a cool guy and just knows his dotes inside out, and a really interesting guy to talk to. And I've known Sin for a while, and I think I've cast with him and I've played with him. So yeah, I'm a big Mouse Sports fan. So it was great to see them go through.
Yeah, Sind is pretty much like the cuddliest guy ever. So like I don't know anybody that dislikes him. That's the thing. Like there's always
He's
somebody,
a
you
nice
know. But
guy.
for
He's a
him,
really nice guy.
yeah.
I mean, what can you do? Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put you out on the spot, Pyrion Flax.
Oh God.
And I will not take a cop out answer on this.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
will refuse it. I will shove it back right in your face. Okay.
Okay.
Your favorite caster.
LD.
Okay, that was simple enough. What about co-caster for him? Who would you, if you had to
Pyrion
pick?
Flax.
Oh, there you go. Well, shameless, shameless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shameless. No, I mean, like I really, really, really like Lumi as a caster, and I really like Malini. I think is a great caster. Winter is hilarious as
Now,
a
this is
caster.
turning into a cop-out answer again.
Why? Because it's all BTS.
Yeah, it's all you're just naming off
But
people.
that's
one
what
after
that's
one.
what I watch. I mean, they're my friends. I watch them all the time.
But
Yeah,
you didn't
I mean,
watch. You didn't watch the qualifiers, bro.
well, I did. I mean, I watched what I could, but I mean, like, I couldn't watch all of them. When it came to the Western qualifiers, like, I think Drasko's a really good caster.
Yeah.
I think Icy's a really good caster, and but honestly, like, LD, he's the guy I watch the most. He's the guy I've cast for the most. Is LD's my first choice.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, last question for the serious question segment. These segments are like the worst named segments ever,
That's
but
cool.
we're sticking with it. It's just too good.
Yeah,
Current state of Dota 2 within esports. What's your opinion on it?
I think it's on the up, big time. I think if you look at a lot of other games, they're looking at Dota 2, and they're like, like, this is big. I mean, this is getting bigger. Like, I mean, I was going to say StarCraft 2 because a lot of people I know play StarCraft 2 are coming to Dota 2 or really seriously saying there's a lot to this. Like, for me, as a not even I'm not going to call myself a casual player because I play all the time, but as an amateur player, as a rank amateur player, I learn something every single time I play, or even just watch it or cast it. Like, there's so much to the game. And you think about the combinations of heroes, the combinations of lanes, it's just insane. So for me, Dota 2 as an esport is brilliant. And when I was at the pub stomp, Florian, who was the French guy who's normally does the StarCraft 2 stuff, who helped us set up, he said that he was watching this and all of a sudden there'd be like a big cheer or a boo just because of a pick.
Yeah.
Like, and he couldn't get that. He was like, why are they booing or cheering? And I think for him, the idea that picking a hero or banning a hero was cheer worthy, he was like, I don't get that at all. And honestly, I can't think of another esport that you watch where it's quite the same. I mean, I've tried watching like as FPSs as esports, and it just doesn't do it for me at all. It's kind of like,
Yeah, FPS is hard. Well, I was obviously like you're talking about earlier. My history is FPS, and I think that it's a much harder game to cover than Dota. Believe it or not, it's probably less
yeah,
intricate in some ways, but as far as camera, like there's no way to catch all the action because there's like
yeah.
10 people shooting each other at all times, as opposed to Dota where you can see like the overhead view and all that
Right.
good stuff.
Also, I mean, if you go to the overhead view in an FPS, you have no appreciation of
Oh yeah.
the timing or the angle or the perfection. So, like when I play CS or something like that, and I'll come around a corner and so I was like, "Brrr," I'm like dead. I think, what did I do wrong? Like I came around the corner, and as soon as I saw the guy, like the instant my brain said there's a dude there, I was dead. Like, how was he able to see me
I can tell
and
you
hit
right
my
now
head?
how. It's
Go ahead.
because you're in your 30s.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
When
Also,
I
I
when
mean,
I
I
when
was
I
never.
Well, okay, when I hit 20, that's like an old man for freaking FPS games. Like you lose
So,
all your reaction time.
Wow.
Unless you're
Because like
Asian,
my
of course.
reaction time in everything, like I play this stuff, and people are like, they have the time to push the talk key and say, Pyrion use a spell, and I'm like, dude, he just appeared. Like, give me a second. They're like, we gave you 20 seconds to cast that spell. Why didn't you cast it?
It's okay.
Yeah, I
It
like it
happens to
now.
all of
That's
us.
why more often than not, I like especially at 37, I was like, old man, the old man of Dota. There are no pros probably within 10 years of me. So yeah, it's tough, but I try a lot. I think I've got better. I do think I've got a lot better than I
Oh
was.
yeah, I remember you from when we first talked about partnering,
Yeah,
and you were just the worst,
just the
the
worst.
absolute
The
worst.
worst.
But
The
that's a normal thing for new Dota players. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
it's
no way
true.
around it.
And I honestly, I think that in terms of what you were saying about it being an esport is, I think, wonderful to watch and wonderful for professionals because there's so much to it and there's so much to learn and they can really stretch themselves. But if you go to a casual player and say, okay, there's this game called Dota 2, there are fucking 100 heroes and a ridiculous number of spells, and you have to learn them all. And if you just queue into random people, they'll expect you to know what you're doing. It's like it is a tough in,
It's like
but
trying to memorize an encyclopedia, basically.
like seriously, even now I'm like, what spell effect is that? Why am I like, oh yeah, that's so and so. I was like, oh right, okay. Like, what is the thing? Like, Ghost Scepter makes you go silvery and walk around, and you can't be physically harmed, but you take more magical damage. One of the heroes has a spell that does that. Is it Pugna?
Yeah, you're talking about
Decrepify.
Decrepify. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, like, I hardly come up against Pugna at all. You hardly see him in pub games, and I was like, shit. I don't have a ghost scepter. I think I'm bugged. They're like, no, that's decrepified. You fucking idiot. I was like, oh yeah, sorry, yeah. I mean, I'm decrepified. Is what I mean.
How long
Yeah.
ago was this? I hope this wasn't recent.
It's like last week.
Oh.
It's like, seriously, I'm not even kidding. This is last week.
Oh,
It's
God.
just, yeah. Like I've never been decrepified by Pugna. I'll say that right now.
Didn't you make a video on him? I remember like you at least drawing him.
No, yeah, he was in the initial video, and I said that if you played Necrolite or Pugna or someone with a popped collar, that you knew what you were doing.
Oh
Like that.
God,
Like,
that's
yeah,
good.
I mean, there's evidence for you right there. Dude,
That is,
I played over 1,000 games of Dota 2. Never been decrepified. Well, not noticed being
well,
decrepified.
okay, I will say nobody plays that freaking hero, so I guess it's not that big, but it's just hilarious to hear
Seriously.
that.
Yeah, yeah, seriously.
Okay, so with that, that was the serious question segment.
Yeah.
So if you want to
Yeah.
get to part 2, click on the annotation. We'll be right back with Pyrion Flax for the fun question segment.